Hey, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Can everybody hear me and see my screen okay? Thank you, Michael, Rodney, Frank, Ruben. Okay, so we're going to get started here in a couple minutes. I have some really great stuff to show you. I think you'll really like it. I know I was when I first saw it. So we're going to give it a few more minutes, let the stragglers come straggling in. Okay, my name's David Kushner from Right Line Trading, and we're going to get started. I'm going to show you how I trade 6 prop accounts, and the all I use is the money flow tracker software. Then I'm going to go through the software, explain what it is. I'm going to show you my track record, and we'll just keep going from there. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start off with the disclaimer. Basically, this says don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This is neither a solicitation or an offer to buy or sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on this website. Past performance of any trading system and methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Everything we talk about here is for educational purposes only. The trades that I show you are my trades. I upload them directly from NinjaTrader into a program that I use. It's an online trade journal. All right, so who am I? So my name's David Kushner. I've been trading the markets for over 20 plus years. I've traded stocks, options, futures. I traded Forex for over 12 years. My background was I started an automotive parts business when I was 18 years old and had that business for over 28 years before I sold it in 2005, which I wish I hadn't have sold it. But so, and since then, I've been trading full time, right? So like most of you probably have a whole shelf full of indicators, trading systems, all kinds of stuff that came with a lot of empty promises. I do. I got a lot of empty promises to help me become more profitable and more consistent because I was looking for a little bit more consistency. So I saw a webinar that Mark Sachs did, and I saw the money flow tracker system. And as soon as I saw it, it was like this big light bulb went off in my head. And closer to the mic here. This light bulb went off in my head and it was like, this is exactly what I've been wanting. I've actually even tried having a programmer program it for me. So this is not based around the same old indicators that everybody teaches, but it was more based on the mathematical modeling and triple and quadruple screen analysis. So now I only trade with institutional money flow, which is the biggest part, one of the main parts of how we trade is we only trade when the institutions are trading. So I only trade now with institutional money flow, and the money flow tracker has made me more profitable and much more consistent trader. Now I'm running at over a 70% plus win rate. You know, I'm not going to tell you I'm running an 85% or a 90% or whatever. You know what? Professional traders, percentage win rates are only about 45%, but they cut their losers quick and they let their, I know it's the old saying, cut your losers quick, let your winners run, blah, 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 blah. But that's what they do. They don't hold on to losers, they cut them. And when they have a winner, they squeeze as much out of it as they can. All right. So this is what we're going to go over, right? I trade 6 prop accounts. I'm going to show you how to pass evaluations, become a funded trader, using the money flow tracker software, how the software works, what we're looking at, and what everything is, high probability setups, and the unbreakable. Did I say unbreakable? I'm going to say it again. Unbreakable rules that we follow. Okay, and also I'm going to teach you how I trade breakouts. I trade breakouts a lot different than anybody else, and we sidestep a lot of losing trades by trading breakouts this way. So this is kind of what we're going to go over. For those who stay till the end, my presentation is about 45 minutes or so. We're going to have a special discount for June, and we're going to have some additional software. So you need 4 things to create trading success. So these are the 4 things that I believe you need. First of all, you need software that provides you with the competitive edge over other traders. And when we talk about other traders, we're talking about retail traders, not institutional traders. Forget about retail traders. Retail traders lose money. It's a fact. You know, they lose money. Why? Because they don't know when to trade. And they sit in front of the computer and they're like, I got to trade, I got to trade, I got to trade. Oh, this market's moving. I'm jumping in. They jump in, it goes the other way. Now, you guys all know, you know the story. I mean, look, I've been through it. Everybody's been through it. The second thing you need to be able to track the direction of money flow, and not any kind of money flow, but more institutional money flow. Number 3, you need etched in stone rules to follow. Now, we, in our trade room, we only follow the rules, okay? And what this does is it eliminates discretion. And number 4, the most important thing, I think, is patience to let trades set up, right? I mean, I'll show you when I show you my tracker, there are lots of days this month we didn't trade and we're still having a great month. So I'm going to break down the system for you in detail. It's very easy. It's very uncomplicated to learn. And we're going to go over the auto trader. You'll love the auto trader. So, all right, let's get on with it. So let me show you some trades we've been taking every day. This was a couple option trades that we took. Here's a trade on AMC, GME, Costco, Fastly. Here's a trade that it took on bonds. Now this is 41 ticks. Bonds is 31.25 a tick. And I had to close it at the end of the day because of the they make us close our trades at the end of the day. We can't hold it. Otherwise, this would have been a huge trade all the way up here. Okay, we would have been, this trade would probably been double that, right? Here's 56 ticks on the euro. But first, I really do want to share my track record. Like I said earlier, I go in the trade performance page. I take all my trades, I download them to an Excel spreadsheet, and I use a program called HYPOTHETICAL. I'm going to pull it over here. And the reason why I'm showing you my track record is because I want to be 100% transparent. Okay, so this is a program that I use. It's called HYPOTHETICAL. Right. So right now for this month, for June, we're running an 83% win rate. Look, we've only had one losing day this month, and it was today, and it was just too choppy, and we just took that one trade, and then it was like, forget it, I'm not trading the rest of the day because the Fed chairman was speaking. So, but look at it. So we didn't trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days this month. There's only 20 trading days, actually less than 20 trading days, because the markets were closed on Monday. And look, and we're still running an 83% win rate. This is what we've done so far. Here's my monthly reports. Okay, January, and the way this works is it takes them and breaks them down into the weeks. So you see January, we did 83.29. February, we did 4,096. March, we did 99.32. And so far, May, we did 51.99. So far this month, we're at 82.56. All right, this is what we've done. Here is my equity curve. Right, here's my equity curve. We've had a few ups and downs, but if I show you this and I go back to May, look, we didn't trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. We didn't trade in May, and look what we did in May, 51.99. So the software is really good. Here's April, right? We didn't trade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in April, and we still did in April 59.60. All right, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I just wanted to show you that here I upload all my trades. I get upload directly from NinjaTrader. It even has the trade ID all the way on the end column. So let me put this away, because I believe in being transparent. I've been trading for a long time. I've been through a lot of shysters out there, a lot of guys that are making money just by selling stuff. They're not traders. We are traders. I don't consider myself a retail trader. I consider myself an institutional trader. Why? Because I trade with the institutions. And if they're not trading, neither am I. So it's likely that you have a problem making money. Why? You don't have the proper tools to efficiently manage your trade. This is the big one. You overtrade, you revenge trade, you make impulsive decisions. I used to do all this. I don't do this anymore. You lack consistency. You trade with indicators that lag price. You lack a proven mathematical trade methodology. And all these things lead to blowing up accounts. So my commitment to you is to bring this to an end. Okay? So why do 95 to 98% of traders, retail traders, go broke? because they use the same old crap that everybody else uses that they really don't work. Yeah, they work sometimes. Maybe they work a few other times, but they have no future predictive properties. Okay, and that's where the mathematical modeling comes in as software. So Mark Sachs has 15 plus years of field of applied mathematics. He engineered the software system, the trade methodology, and I've never seen it in all the years that I've been trading. I've been trading with this now for over 2 years. My trading has been totally transformed. We have over 500 traders in our rooms every morning, and we trade shoulder to shoulder. And I'm really proud of a lot of my traders because they have gained a lot of knowledge, and they have learned to be patient and take their finger off the button and have the feeling that they gotta trade, I gotta trade, I'm sitting here. We don't do that anymore. So the markets consist of many small retail traders plus one large or more institutional traders. Okay, these retail traders don't move the market. The institutions move the market. Why has it been choppy the last few days? Well, because the Fed chairman was speaking and the institutions weren't trading. Right? So we're going to go through the money flow tracker system. There are 3 key metrics that determine money flow. Okay, first, triple screen assessment of order flow. Okay, and not just any order flow, institutional order flow. Triple screen assessment of correlative markets using our neural network or our artificial intelligence, and triple screen assessment of the LIQUIDITY for momentum. So when we say triple screen assessment, what we mean is, the easy way to say it is 3 time frame buy or 3 time frame sell. Okay, so we're taking our trading chart, let's say is a 2-minute, we multiply it by 3, it's a 6-minute, multiply it by 3, it's 18 minutes. You know, we trade with Uniranko bars, so we use ranged bars for our higher time frames. Right? So the first most powerful force that moves price is triple screen assessment of order flow. And when I say triple screen assessment of order flow, right away most people think of this type of chart with all these numbers inside the bars, on top of the bars, on the side of the bars, underneath the bars. This is total, there's no way I could trade with this. Okay, we have a different way of showing order flow that makes it super simple. And when we say triple screen assessment of order flow, means we have to have order flow on 3 time frames all going in the same direction. We don't want to have order flow going up on a higher time frame, down on a middle time frame, up on a small on your trading time frame. They have to be in agreement, right? So how we look at order flow, institutional order flow, is we look at delta on each candle and on the 2 higher multiple charts. And we use a 15-period SMA. It's not a standard 15-period SMA. It has some algorithm in it, some smoothing factors in it, and it really works well. So that's how we use it. You know, I'm not, green is going up, red is going down, yellow is going sideways, obviously, right? The second most powerful force that moves price is momentum. So we use the triple screen assessment of the LIQUIDITY for momentum. So basically, we're looking at the LIQUIDITY and we're looking at the acceleration. Now we have candles, our charts have the candles inside them. And because they have the candles inside them, you know, when we have, you know, a half a bar candle, not a lot of acceleration, but as the bars get smaller, we get acceleration, both on the upside and on the downside. Right? The next thing we do for the modified LIQUIDITY is we look at all these indicators, right? And then we put them all together, and we created a algorithm or formula and came up with the modified LIQUIDITY. Now this is an oscillator. It's not an oscillator. It doesn't measure divergence like any other. It shows the strength of the trend. Okay, that's what it shows. So when you have to have the LIQUIDITY going in the same direction on all 3 time frames to be able to analyze the triple screen assessment of the LIQUIDITY. And what we do is we take all the percent Ks, we put them all together, right? And we put them on the higher multiple charts. And when they're green, they're sloping up. When they're red, they're sloping down. When they're yellow, they're going sideways. Okay? So this is how the modified LIQUIDITY works. So all our indicators are shown by these type of display, right? This bar type display and the colors. So when the modified LIQUIDITY goes below 20, this will turn red. When it goes back above 20 and is sloping up, it'll be lime green. Now, when it crosses above 80, it will turn dark green. When it crosses below 80 and sloping down, it will be orange. When it pins at 100 or at 0, you get these acceleration dots. Okay, and that's showing us the momentum, because remember, the gear shows us momentum. So we get these acceleration dots. When it pins at 100, you get the acceleration dots. When it pins at 0, you get these acceleration dots here. Okay, now the quant line, our neural network or artificial intelligence, that's the buzzword these days. Everything is AI. You know what? Neural network, artificial intelligence, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. So this is the most powerful force that moves price. So what we did was we took 28 market components. They're examined by the artificial intelligence system for correlation. Now, correlation is really, really powerful. So for instance, if the euro is going up, we really want to see the pound going up, the yen going up, the Australian going up, all at the same time. You know, the saying, a rising tide floats all boats. Well, that's what correlation does. Because let's say the Fed chairman said something today and the market started tanking. Well, wouldn't you really want to see, you know, the ES, the NQ, the YM, the RTY, all going down? You don't want to see YM going up, ES going down, NQ going up, RTY going up, down. You don't want to see that, because now there's mixed in the market. You really want to see everything selling off or rising at the same time. And that's what our quants do. Now, we took it one step further, and we have what we call our C2 indicator analysis. And what that does is it brings in a 4th time frame. So you take the 3 time frames, you take, let's say in this instance, 18. If you had 18 times 3, your higher time frame would be a 54-minute chart. So now you're not 3 time frame buy or sell, now you're 4 time frame buy or sells. And we only trade in the room with the C2 because we want to make sure that we have a solid trend in place. And all of this is so easy to see once I show you live charts. So putting it all together is easier than you think with the Money Flow Tracker software. So I'm going to go through the rules. Any questions before I go through the rules? If you have questions, just type them in the questions box. We'll be more than happy to answer them now or afterwards or whenever we get. But here are the rules. All good, Frank says. All right. Frank's talking for everybody. So everybody's all good. Let's keep going then. The rules and the setups. Really simple. All right. Colored background. First thing we want, the colored background. Why? The colored background gives us 3 time frame going up. So we have a green colored background. The second rule, the C2 indicator, is displayed in the stair-stepping line up or stair-stepping line down, right? This has to be an agreement. The third rule is we have our trend line and we have our 15 moving average. I should change that to SMAs, right? We want to have going up the trend line always above the 15 and going down the trend line below the 15. That gives us the high probability trend setup. Okay. The fourth rule, we have what we call pivots. And we also, I'll show you on live charts, we have pivots and also pivots from the 3 higher time frame charts. Okay. So this is kind of getting a little ahead of myself on the pullback and go, but this is what the pullback and go candle is. When we break a pivot, you have to have one full candle close above the pivot. 3/4 of that candle has to close above the pivot. Then we wait for a pullback candle. As the candle's pulling back about half the candle, I like to see, we place our order to buy on an up close. That's it. The fifth rule, both quants, long term is on the bottom, the short term is on the top, must be in agreement. The multiple time frame Laguerre must be in agreement, all green or all red. The fifth thing, which is the modified Laguerre, remember I showed you that this displays what it's doing. You really don't even need it on the chart. I like it on my chart. I don't know, I've always had it on my chart, so I like it. Must be in agreement. So see, we got up, pinned at 100, we got the acceleration dots. Okay. And that's it. That's it. Seven, let me go back. There's 7 rules, really simple rules. Background color, C2, pivots, whatever pivots we needed to clear. Everything here must be green or red, period. The trend line cannot be yellow. Okay, we don't use these triangles. I only have these triangles on this screenshot because it shows you every other candle. When you're in a trade, it says when you should get into the trade. I don't know what these are down here, but we can't take a trade because this is yellow. Okay, and this trade here was for 63 ticks. We stay in the trade until the 15 changes color. When it changes to yellow, that's our exit signal. And that's really what we do is, you know, it's basically rules-based driven trading. All right. So it gives us clear exact entries, clear exact exits. We have all pre-configured targets also. So I'm going to show you again the pullback, the breakout strategy, show you a bunch of some charts that we took, the pullback, and I call it the pullback and go. So here, remember I said, candle has to break the pivot by 3/4 of candle. Then we use what we call our NDT, and what our NDT does is this is our execution platform through NinjaTrader. So when we get this pullback candle and it pulls back about half the candle, then I click buy on down, sell on down close. Now, if this particular, let me see, here's my pen here. Let's say this didn't go down. Let's say this went up. We had our order sitting here. We didn't get filled and we sidestepped a head fake. And that's how we sidestep head fakes all the time. One day last week, I think we sidestepped about 5 or 6 losing trades that would have been losing trades that we never got filled, right? Here's another one. This even has my markers on here, a trade that I took. Broke the pivot, got the pullback, and go. Crude oil, broke the pivot, got the pullback, and went. Some muscle trades, some euro, Aussie dollar trades. Here's a trade on copper, okay? Here's a trade on 2 trades on the Canadian dollar, broke the pivots, got the pullback, and go. This was just a regular trade. We didn't have anything in the way to worry about. So we took it as soon as we got the green colored background, and everything else below was set up. Now I will trade on a lime green sometimes, but not all the time. Gold, great trade on gold. Here's a trade on natural gas. Here's a trade that I took on the euro for 55 ticks. Well, 55 times 6 is about $3,400, $550. And here where I entered, broke the pivot. I didn't get a pullback candle till here. I actually thought I was almost going to get stopped out on this trade, but then it just went, and then it kept going and kept going and kept going, right? So any other questions? Yeah, Tim, that was CL. Brandon's asking, is the way to limit the number of contracts open at the same time? I'm not really sure what you mean, Dale. Okay, so the auto trader. I love the auto trader. Okay, here's a couple trades on the auto trader. Let me show you a trade first that I took on the auto trader on Tuesday. Where is it? Right here. And we only trade MNQ on the auto trader. I took this trade here. Oh, that's not the trade. It's right here. Sorry, wrong trade. The auto trader took the trade here, right? It placed the order at the close of this candle. It took the trade here. I got 80 ticks on the first target, and I don't even know how many ticks I got on the second target. But this trade ended up being $537. Okay, and this was an auto trade. This one, it took a trade here. I closed it at break even though it did go down because I was done trading for the day, right? But if you look at the auto trader, this was early in the morning. This is today. There's no C2 here, so there's no trade. This here was at 11:43. I wasn't here because we were done trading. So we really didn't have a whole lot on the auto trader today, except early in the morning. But look at some of these other trades on the, and it doesn't trade every day. Like, it won't take a trade into a pivot. Okay, it's programmed. It can't take a trade into pivots. It can only take a trade once it clears the pivot by 3/4 of a candle. We did. Here was a trade in the afternoon, the auto trader. Okay, so the auto trader, it trades M and Q. It trades on a 24 tick bar. Okay, this is one where it took the trade, right? 792 ticks. Here's another one for 704 ticks. Here's another one. And here's the thing is, why does the auto trader make so many ticks? It's because NQ, if you're running a 20 or 30 tick stop, you'll get stopped out all the time. Okay, the auto trader doesn't. We're using like 145 tick stop, but you have to running this size bar. We don't get stopped out very often, and that's why we trade micros on the auto trader. Right? Here's one here, 1,000 ticks. It exited on line change. Okay, here's another one. Right? It took this trade here. We have the C2, right? It waited for the C2. It got us the C2, exited on line change, 632 ticks. This is the same chart. Here is the equity curve on the auto trader for 2021 and 2022. All right. There's a few questions here. How many different instruments are you watching and trading? Do you have a performance by sim? I will show you that. Are you manually trading, not using, I use the auto trading strategy every day. Okay, what times that are trading room opens? We open at 8 and we trade till like around 11, sometimes a little later. What is the minimum amount you need in an account to trade with the auto trader? You can go to Apex Trader Funding or any of the other funding companies and get yourself a evaluation account, and you don't need any money to trade it. That's what I do. I trade with OPMs, other people's money. How do you limit the number of open contracts when using Auto Trader? I have it set in the Auto Trader how many contracts I want to. When you look at the parameters in the Auto Trader, and I'm just waiting for the window to pop up. There it is. So the Auto Trader, this is the window for the Auto Trader. Then we have templates for all kinds of different markets that we've tested. I just used the basic swing trade template that's been tested and true. Okay, and I don't worry about any of these settings here. The only things I'm concerned about is to make sure I'm the right instrument, the right bar size, and the right account that I'm trading with. And how many contracts am I going to trade? Okay, so I trade 4 micros. So I'm trading 8 micros when I trade with the Auto Trader. Okay, and I have a template set up for that for myself. So the Auto Trader, you know, in my opinion, you know what? I turn it on. I don't watch it. I try not to watch it. It takes a trade. It's like torture sometimes. Because you know how NQ is. You could be up 20 ticks, down 20 ticks, up 50 ticks. You know, then next thing you know, you're only up 35 ticks. Then you're up 70 ticks. You know, you got to give it room to, you know, once you hit your first target, it moves to stop to break even, and then it'll exit on line change, or it'll exit at break even. So that's what the Auto Trader is. Now I'm going to show you a chart on. I want to show you a chart on CL, but I'll show you a chart on CL. Let me get all this stuff up down here. You know what? Let me just reload this template. It's easier. Okay, so right line CL, and I'm going to put on the one with the Revo signals. I don't use them in the room because the Revo signals use a lot of lag, give me a lot of lag time. And let's see, let me just move these down. We were having issues with lag times, and we found out that the lag times were the indicator. Okay, so here's a chart on CL. So I'm just going to scroll back, see what we find a trade. Okay, so this isn't a trade because the C2 is red. Okay, find something here because CL's been, okay, here's a trade, right? So I can't show you let's see if we have something. See the wick over here? The wicks, once you restart NinjaTrader or reload the chart, the wicks don't stay in the history. So you'll only see wicks on live charts. So see, this is a pullback candle here. See the wick? All right. So we'll just think we have wicks. All right. So you go back to that trade here. Where was it? That's right. No, not there. Okay, right here. These are a different indicator. Actually, let me take those off. Okay, so, and here I can see the little wick in this candle right here. Actually, I'm going to get an arrow line. Okay, see the little wick in this candle right here? Right there. So these shaded areas are support and resistance from higher time frames. Okay, these shaded areas. The pivots, which are the dash lines, and on this one, I'll take this indicator off so you can see it also. What what did I take off? I think I took off the wrong. Anyways, you see inside here, you have a pivot, and this is a higher time frame support. So what did this do? It just came down, and I'm going to put on my measuring tool, right? This is the pullback candle because you see the little wick here? We would click on the NDT, sell on down close, and we'd place an order right there, right? We get filled, it goes down, it goes down, it goes down, it goes down. Exit on line change, right? Okay, that's only 18 ticks. The way I do it, because I usually trail it by 1 bar back. It ends up pretty much being the same, but exit on line change will keep you in the trade longer. So this trade is only particularly 20 ticks, but 20 ticks is, you know, $200 per contract. If you're trading 6 contracts, that's $1,200. Okay, and these are regular charts. These aren't here. This is not a trade because we have a flat trend line. Here's a trade. Okay, this is the VWAP. So we don't trade into VWAP. We don't trade into pivots. We don't trade into higher time frame support. We trade away from them. Okay, so we didn't get to C2 till all the way up here. Now, this trade has already moved a lot. So we have what we call up here in the corner is our MA diff, is what we call, right? So we have different measurements on each market. So on CL, the MA diff, I'm sure, was pretty high once we got up here. And it's the difference between the trend line and the 50. So obviously we want to take trades closer to the 50. We don't want to take trades here because this is pretty much going to be the end of the move. Right? So it tells you everything you need to know. Right? And it's very simple to really understand and very simple to learn. You know what? The best thing that I love about the software and everybody else that I talk to about it is that when you don't have a colored background or you don't have things lining up, like on CL, right? When you have no colored background and you have flat trend lines and you have stuff, and you don't have the quants in agreement and nothing, you have chop. Look at this. I'm going to scrunch this chart together, right? Now look at this move down on CL, right? Then what did it do? It went into chop. You won't get setups. You won't get C2s when the market's not trending. But it will keep. Why don't we trade? Why didn't, when I showed you my my trade journal, okay? Why don't we trade these days? Why these no trade days? Because the market was too freaking choppy and it didn't give us any setups. And we didn't have the order flow. How do we tell institutional order flow? Right now, there is nothing here, but we have these numbers on the bottom of the chart, on the right-hand bottom of the chart. Right? This is how many contracts have gone through in the last minute. Now, this resets back to 0 every minute. So if CL normally, you know, let's say on CL, good order flow is 400 or 500 contracts. We know when it goes to 7, 8, 1,000 contracts per minute, we know the institutions are trading, and we're looking and we're waiting for setups. Okay, and the best thing about it is that, you know, I'm going to see. Do I have index here? Okay, I have RTY. Actually, ES is better to look at because ES has been a sideways child. Okay, we had no setups all day. Right, we couldn't take a trade here because we'd be trading into the pivot. We probably got a pullback here. That was the end of the day. Let's see. Okay, look, we don't have C2s. We don't have colored backgrounds, that ones we're looking for. This was all morning today. This was the 22nd, right? I'm just going to scrunch it so we see more data. right? This was the 22nd. Look how many different colors there are here. You know, we get a spurt up, right? A spurt down, a spurt up, a spurt down, but there's no solid colors with everything we need. Here we have it, here we don't. And the best thing, the thing that really I like about it, like I said earlier, is that when the market's not trending and it's just chopping sideways, there's nothing to trade. We don't get setups. Look here, this is chop. We're not getting setups. This was a move down. We couldn't trade this because we had higher time frame support, a pivot, higher time frame support, you know. And you look at all the colors on the bottom here. When you see that, you know, the market's choppy. You're not going to get setups according to the rules. So the software keeps you out of the choppy markets. And the choppy markets are the markets that you lose all your money. Okay. So let's see. Bob is asking about the line change. When I say line change, I'm talking about the color change of the 15. Okay. So color change. Let's see. Okay. So for instance, right here, you see how it changed from red to yellow? Not that one, this one. Red to yellow, that's the color change. It exits on the color change. Oh, and one thing I forgot to explain to you. You see the outline of the candles? Well, the magenta candles are order flow going down, negative delta in the candle. I like to call it, make it simple, saying there's more sellers in this candle than buyers. The buyers tried to push it up, the sellers brought it back down. Buyers came in, see a blue outline candle, there was more buyers in this candle, but the sellers still managed to push it down. So that's how we determine order flow. By the outline of the candles will tell us that. Okay, so can Revo be used instead of Auto Trader? It didn't used to work well, it had knowledge. I don't use it because, like I said, it uses too much of my bandwidth. Okay. What's the difference between the money flow tracker and the market internal dominator? Are they different? They're two different softwares. Some people use the dominator, some people use the money flow tracker. I use them both together. Most people use them both together. What instruments do we trade? We trade CL, natural gas, ES, YM, RTY, MNQ, and gold. Okay, so let's keep going here. So now the most powerful software is available to the small retail trader. So what is trading success? Financial freedom. No financial pressure, you work from home, you have no boss, you have no commute. So let me ask you a question. How great would it be? How great would it be if you could master trading? If you could master trading with the money flow tracker software like I have and most people in my room have, you can achieve financial independence. I mean, I have some traders in my room that do a lot better than me. You know, I'm a little more on the conservative side. Compass and money flow tracker are basically the same thing, except the Compass system uses Thinkorswim. So now you have two choices. I showed you the software. I showed you my track record using the software. You know, you can do the first option and do nothing. And if you're making money and you're consistent, you know, I wish you well. Continue on your current path. But I like most of you are probably looking at the second option. You know what I mean? You can join us in our trade room. You could trade. This is basically 4 or 5 hours a day from home. So this is what you'll get. And for the first 10 traders, let me see if Rory put in the chat box the link. No, but Rory will put the link in the chat box. Put link in chat. Okay. All right. Oh, we just did. You have to have NinjaTrader. You don't have to have a NinjaTrader account. I don't have an NinjaTrader account, but I bought NinjaTrader years ago. All right. All right. So the benefits and the features. It's really easy to learn. I showed you the charts. The thing that I like about this is I don't have to look at 3 different charts for the same market. The colored backgrounds and the C2 already tell me that I have a trend in place. It's perfect for beginners. You can trade any account size. I have people that only trade micros. They're happy with that. You can trade Forex future stocks and options with it. For the first 10 traders that come aboard, you're going to get this. You're going to get the market scanner. I love the market scanner. All right. So what the market scanner tells you is, like on ES, we traded 248 bar. Right? Here is ES. Here's the chart of ES. See, we have a C2 and we have a green colored background. So we have a buy signal on the 248. YM and RTY, we trade on the 41020. YM, we have a buy signal. RTY, we don't. NQ, we trade on an 82040. We don't trade NQ very often. I prefer to trade MNQ with the auto trader. Natural gas and gold. Natural gas, we traded 2510. Oil, we traded 2510. And gold, we traded 41020 bar. All right, I have a few other things on here that I like to see, especially my lag times. Okay, so you get the market scanner, right? You get the execution platform, which is, so this is on CL. I'll show you real quick how it works. So this is on CL. It's got to be on stop limit. And this, my ATM on CL, I use, where is mine? CL. There we go. Right. So right here, let's say we had a setup on CL. Right. I would click sell on down close. And it places the order 1 tick below the low of the close of the candle. These are the candle close markers. It places the order 1 tick below. Right. Or if you want to buy it, it'll do the same thing. So you get this as, this is like the makes trading so easy with this system, because you don't really have time sometimes to fumble around and right click on the chart and place your order here, and you don't have time to do that on a lot of these markets. So you get that as part of the package. You get the Master Class series on futures, Forex, stops, and options. They're really good. I've watched them. You get 1 free month access to my live trade room. Okay, and talking about trade rooms and trading companies, there's this Dr. Allen that conducted a 4-year evaluation and looked at 28,000 historical trade records and 15,000 prospective traders. And in his study, he reviewed more than 225 trading websites and evaluated them using several factors, including their transparency, proven track record, and likelihood of them to assist traders with educational materials and online support. And Right Line Trading came out on top. We have an excellent support team. So here's the special offer for the first 10 people that sign up. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get the Money Flow Tracker software. You're going to get $500 off. It's going to be $11.97 for the whole year, which basically it's $100 a month. That's what it works out to be, $100 a month. Or if you want to go monthly, it's $2.99 a month. And these are the bonuses that the first 10 will get. You'll get the software, you'll get the automated trading strategy, which is what we call the swing trade, which I showed you on MNQ. So you get the auto trader, you'll get the NDT platform, you'll get the scanner, you'll get 1 month in my trade room, which is $130 something dollars. I don't know. I don't even know what they charge. Anyways, you'll get 1 month in a room. So if you take that off of here, you're paying less than $100 a month. You get all the tutorial videos, you get software installation and coaching support. Okay, and in the trade room, we just don't talk about trading. We talk about setups, we talk about the charts, we talk about trading mindset. I answer questions. We work together. We work together to try to figure out why we were having such lag times on our charts. Sergio, the tech guy at Rightline and the programmer, he helped a lot with that also. So look, if you want to get results like this, and I can't say you're going to get exact results, you might do better than me. But if you want to know the days that you don't want to trade, and not that you don't want to trade, but aren't good days to trade, okay? The software won't let you trade if you follow the rules. It won't give you setups on not bad days to trade. So somebody wanted to see a report on the auto trader. Okay, so I'm going to do here performance by instrument, right? And I'm going to go to instrument, and I'm just going to go to MNQ for the September contract, which we just rolled over, what, a week or so ago? This is what we did so far, $1,170, right? This is what we did on the September, on the, oh, that's MES, the wrong one, MNQ, 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 and MNQ. Okay, so look, why do I have this here twice? Oh, because it didn't take MES off. Let's see, MNQ. Oh, here we go. I didn't want that. Okay. So this is what the auto trader did. 2,100. That's 6,500. Almost $7,000. Just the auto trader did. Almost $1,000 a month by just turning it on and letting it do its thing. And look, here is our, oh, this is what we've done for June, but this isn't, something's not right here. Let me reload this because we have more trades than that. Okay. Okay. We're at 83% win rate from June. So far for the year, we're 73% win rate so far for the year. But I showed you in my reports, monthly reports, what we've been doing every month. So look, it's 1197 for all this for the first 10. So Rory, how many people have signed up so far? All right, so we keep going. So here's my commitment to you. Five. Okay. Here's my commitment. When you purchase the software, okay, my commitment is to help you become a successful trader. All right, that's what my job is in the room. Remember, if you're not successful, it's not your fault. If you're not successful, it's not your fault. You're just not using the right tools to be successful. The money flow tracker software is totally unique and will give you that edge to trade with institutional order flow. That's what you need, and that's what most people lack. Actually, most people don't even realize that you need the edge to trade with institutional order flow. Okay, the institutional order flow is one of the keys to trading successfully. You don't want to trade with retail traders. The software will keep you out of the market when retail traders are beating themselves up and the market maker is beating them up. So my commitment to you is to teach you not just how to read the setups, but also help you develop the mental mindset you must have in order to achieve financial independence. Look, I've had guys in the room that they overtraded, they are constantly losing money, they were revenge trading, they were doing everything wrong. And I can think of one person that was like, but I gotta trade. I'm here, I gotta trade. I'm here, I gotta trade. I'm like, and how's that working out for you? He said, what are you, Dr. Phil? I said, no, but I said, how's that working out for you? He said, I'm just like, I make money, I lose money. I make money, I lose money. I like money, I lose money. I go, how is that working for you? It's not working for you. Now he became the most patient, disciplined trader that honestly, excuse me, that, he's learned to be disciplined. And there's probably about 10 or 15 people in the room here that are from my trading room. Okay. And Tim's here, and there's a bunch of people here. But, the thing is that you have to be patient. You have to be patient. So look, these are my favorite slides. I can't help it. Anyway, it's a well-known fact that 95 to 98% of day traders and swing traders are losing money. They are losing money. Why are they losing money? Why? But not our traders. And why are traders making money? Think about this. Retail traders throw their money down the toilet or down the drain, right? But our traders don't do that. We take it from them. And why? It's because we trade with institutional money flow, institutional order flow. And we have triple screen and quadruple screen assessment of trends. Okay, so here's the offer again. If you go to the website and let's see, so what you do is, let's see, let me open a browser here. If you go to the website, right, I'm going to copy the link. Okay, you'll come up with a link here, right? Okay. All you do is you go down here, you get annual subscription, you add it. When you check out, I believe you put in the code save $500. Or Rory will call you and he could set it up for you. But anyways, like I said, look, I paid more than this for the software. I paid for the automated truck. I paid for the NDT. I paid for the market scanner. I didn't pay for 1 month in my room though. Okay, I paid more than this. It's $100 a month if you figure it out. $100 a month. How many people lose more than that a day trading? Don't you think that if you're not having success and you feel like you're constantly battling it out in the market, you make 300, you lose 400. You make 600, you lose 300. You make whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. Okay. When you do these things, it just works on your mental mindset. It works on your mental capital. I used to call mental capital. I learned that from somebody. Okay. This software will help you with that because it won't allow you to take trades in choppy markets. It won't give you setups, period. So when you look at the bottom of the chart and you see, well, this is NMQ and this is a big bar size. But when you look at the bottom of a chart, let's say on ES, right? And you see that ES is only traded 186 contracts in a minute. Okay, you got to say to yourself, institutions aren't trading. Well, look, it's the time of the night also. It's only 8 o'clock. But when the market is open, ES usually trades 5, 6, 7,000 contracts a minute. It's got the most volume out of any market. Okay, so when the amount of contracts per minute is really high, institutions are trading. Okay, and when it's not, when it's low, they're not. And you can't get this indicator from anybody else because it's programmed and it's got a proprietary, I hate the word proprietary, but it's an algorithm that Sergio came up with that measures that. So basically for $100 a month, you get the automated trading strategy. That alone is worth $100 a month. I'm telling you, you get the execution platform, you get the scanner, you get the 1 month in my room, blah, blah, blah. So I urge you, if you're really interested, to either click on the link in the chat box or put your phone number in and Rory will call you. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Okay, this is about 15 testimonials on this slide. But I want to tell you about this woman here. She didn't know anything about trading. Sometimes I wish I didn't know anything about trading. She didn't know anything. She didn't know what NinjaTrader was. She didn't know what a tick was. She didn't even know anything. Well, Mark took her by the, excuse me, let me get a drink of water real quick. I'm sorry. Mark took her by the hand, taught her everything she needed to know. Now she's a six-figure trader, and she doesn't trade every day. So it's possible. Here are some other testimonials that have been emailed to us by our clients. Now, I would encourage you. So Roy, let me message him. Hold on real quick. You only have one left, but okay, he said that if you put your name and your phone number in the questions box, okay, he will honor the deal for anybody else that wants it. Let's see. So, and we will only call you once, office, unless your number is busy or we can't get through. We're not going to call you like every day and ask you that. You want to buy this? We don't do that. Honestly, we don't even need to do it. You know what I mean? I don't like when I tell somebody I'm not interested and they keep calling me every other day. Finally, I have to block their number. So again, it's $11.97 a year. I think that if you don't do this and you're really seriously about being a trader, and look, I've done my share of buying the next shiny object. When I got involved with Rightline, I was a customer. I was just a trader in the trade room. I wasn't doing a room. I wasn't doing webinars. I wasn't teaching people to trade. I wasn't doing it, but I am really a good coach. And I have people in my trading room that will vouch for me. That I have a way that I can teach people and they understand it because I could teach this. I talk the same language. All right. So, and the money flow tracker has really been, a blessing for me because it gives me everything that I want. And some things that I really like about it is that besides it keeps me out of bad markets, okay, is it gives me high probability setups. I mean, look, when the markets are trending, it's really super easy to trade. And then when the markets aren't trending, it's really tough to trade. Now you could take ES, right, and open a 5-minute chart on ES, and because this is what most people do. This is how most people trade, right? They look at this and they go, wow, this one's going down. I'm going to put my order right below here. And if I get filled, then it's going to keep going down. Oh, and here's a morning star, and here's an evening star, and here's a hammer, and here's this, and here's that, and here's a pattern, and this and that. You know what? It's all nonsense because, we start out every morning looking at a 30-minute chart, right? And if the 30-minute chart is not trending or is choppy like this, we don't even look at that market anymore for the day until it starts trending. And how do we know it starts trending? Because I really can't show ES because it hasn't really done anything. Let me get this off of here. Let me make this full screen real quick. Okay. Okay, so here was a trade on ES. This was on, I think this was today. This is 10 o'clock, just after the Fed started speaking. Right? No trades here. No trades on ES. Couldn't trade this. You've got pivots in the way. Not high probability. Couldn't take this. Could have taken this one down here for a little bit. That was a trade, but we didn't have red here. So everybody I teach, we teach at doing the C2 came in all the way down here. I'm sure that the MA diff was too high. You don't want to come in at the end of the party. But I like the fact that I only have to look at one chart to determine if the markets are trending or not. Okay, can you explain the 6 prop accounts? Okay, so I trade with Apex Trader Funding. I have 6 accounts, $50,000 accounts that I trade every day. And you have to pass the evaluation on whatever account size you do. Then you get a funded account, and then you are working on a funded account. So the reason why I trade 2 contracts on every trade. So the reason why I trade 6 accounts is because if I make $100 on one account, on one trade, I make $100, and I use a program called Trade Copier by Flowbots. Okay, I use this, right? And what this does, let me go ahead and do this because I don't need my account numbers. Okay. Let's see, let me just get rid of that. Okay. Okay, so I have, like, if I'm trading CL, I have a leader account. Let's say I'm using Sim 101 as my leader account. I turn on these 6 accounts. I'm working on evaluation accounts, so I don't turn those on. Right? And if I take a trade and the chart is set to Sim 101, it copies the same trade to all these accounts, all at the same time. And that's how I trade 6 accounts. So if I take my orders window, right, and let's see, where's my CL chart? CL, right? So right now I buy up close. See what it did? It placed orders on all accounts here. I can cancel that, and it cancels it. So that's how I trade 6 accounts. As soon as I click buying up close and selling down close, it will copy the trades to those accounts. Ashley, put your phone number in, and Rory will give you a call, and he'll explain everything. I have software from purchasing an affiliate course of Brightline. How can I purchase the trade room? Put your number in there. I mean, do you have the money flow tracker software? Ashley, you need NinjaTrader, yes, or you can use Thinkorswim, but you can't use like the market analyzer or the NDTs because you can't use those on Thinkorswim. NinjaTrader is really easy to learn. We set it all up for you. We set up the templates. We set up the charts for you. If you're in my room, I would help you also with, learning and, answer any of your questions. Okay, so you have the money flow tracker software, Ashley, correct? All right, so if you want to do my room, then I'll have Rory call you. Okay, but here, let's get back to here. So look, no problem, Ashley. I'm here to help. All right. So look, if you're interested, and I really sincerely hope that most of you are interested, because I really poured my heart out. I really showed you everything that I've learned, everything that I've done. I could actually even show you. I started with using this software last year, and when I started with the room, because when I started the room, I wanted to show 100% transparency. So these are my trades for these are trades from 2023. Now I have to go back. So we basically started the beginning of July, right? We started the beginning of July. Here is my equity curve from last year. For 6 months, we made 30,000. Okay, and here's my reports. And we first started trading Forex futures. So, you know, it was really slow market. They weren't moving. June, this is only 2 days, the 27th and the 30th, right? But look at July. It was slow. They weren't moving that much. We were getting that many trades. So then we decided to switch to futures to some other markets in August, right? We started trading, you know, some of the indexes, and we tried trading crude oil. And then September, we really went in big time on, you know, the 4 indexes, gold, crude oil, you know, the auto trader. And we went, we started at 29, then we bumped up to 5,800. Then we bumped up to 82.45. November was a slow month. December, we went to 66.43. And look how many losing weeks we've had. And this was last year's, right? Look how many losing weeks we had, right? We had 1 week we lost 300, 1 week we lost 4. This week we lost 475. This week we only lost 150. This week we only lost 60, right? Those are weeks. But I don't look at it that way. I don't look at it at the end of the week. I don't look at it at the end of the day. I look at it at the end of the month, right? Look what we've done at the end of the month. So, you know, that was from last year. So I have no problem with sharing my my results. And all I do is I do the trade performance, and I go to trades and download all my trades. All right. So again, I'm going to put that slide back up and answer some questions. All right, Jose, Rory will be calling you. Ashley, Rory will be calling you. Oh, you're in Mountain Time. That's no problem. Let's see. We have Michael Sears and Sergio. They put their names in, and Bob and Frank and Steven will be calling you. And Rory said that he will honor this special price. So if you're interested and you would like to talk to Rory and ask a few more questions, go right ahead. You know, put your name in. He'll call you. He's a really nice guy. He's not going to pressure you. He's not going to this or that, you know. But, you know, the only thing that I can do for you, I can show you my results. I can show you the charts. I can say to you, okay, here's a chart on bonds, right? Now, bonds have been okay. I haven't really been watching them that closely, okay? Because bonds are like, they move and then they don't move for a while, and then they move and they don't move for it. But with the Fed talking today, I guess they sold off. They were selling off, right? But here's really what we do. We have the C2. Now we have alerts on the C2. So you can see here, here's the C2, right? Here's the sound alert. I don't think I made one for bonds. That's why it's not on there. But we have alerts, like here we have CL. So we have the charts open. I'm going to play this, right? We get an alert. It sounds like this.
CLC2, CLC2.
Right? And that tells us, go look at CL. That's what we do. Go look at CL, or we're looking at the market analyzer. It says, go look at CL. So what do? We pull up, we look at CL and we say, all right, CL, do we have anything here to trade? Nope, nothing here. We don't have a colored background. We have the C2. We don't have anything. no quants. Okay, then we just kind of push it back and we wait for the next one. And then we wait for the next one. And the same thing with all the other markets. And that's how we can trade a bunch of markets, is because some markets move, some markets don't. Gold has been really kind of iffy. I mean, some days it moves, a lot of days it doesn't, but it gets really choppy really quick, you know? But I'd like to trade CL. I like to trade natural gas as a good mover sometimes. The indexes, you know, they're kind of, you know, if they're trending, we get setups. If they're not trending, we don't get setups. And that's the bottom line. If you have no trend, you're not going to get setups. And that's why we have days that we don't trade, is because we don't have any setups. And to me, that's a winning day. So again, it's $11.97 for the year. Here's the coupon code. You'll get the auto trader, you'll get the NDT, you'll get the market scanner, you'll get 1 month in my room. You'll get all the videos and all the software installation and coaching. So Chris and Jose put their number in. And, you know, I can't say anything more. I can't really say anything more. That's really the bottom line, is that the software is very well done. And the thing is that I like looking at one chart. I don't like, if I have to look at 3 charts to determine the trends on 3 time frames or 4 time frames, first of all, I would need a ton more monitors. Second of all, I would need a lot more brain power. I don't need that with this. It's either when MNQ is trending on the auto trader. So here was an auto trade that, where was it? When you get a colored background, a dark pink background or a green background, and you have an alert that says C2, you're looking to see, is there any obstructions in my way? Okay. Well, for instance, this trade couldn't take because you have higher time frame resistance support here. So you couldn't take this trade into here. Did it break it? Yes, it broke it. But you don't know that. And this is actually 1 o'clock in the morning, but this is on the swing trade chart. But you don't know that. But when you have, like, on all the indexes all going the same way, and you got all the same colored backgrounds, you're not looking to be trading long, that's for sure. The C2 signal is, I'll show you on this RTY chart, all right? The C2 signal is, actually, here was a trade that it took on RTY. Let's see. Oh, these were the auto trade. What the other auto trader? I don't know why it's on that account. The C2 signal is this. Let me make this thicker. Okay, is this stair stepping line right here? And let me get the arrow out. It's easy to show. Is this stair stepping line here? Stair stepping down on top of the candles. There's one here, I know. Okay, so this is the C2 going up. This was a trade that we took in my live account. So this is the C2 signal here. I don't use the arrows that I showed in the screenshots anymore. I mean, I put it on here so that I can show you them, but I don't really use these anymore, especially on the MNQ. All right, everybody, we've been going for more than our allotted time, but I really wanted to show everything. I'm very passionate about trading. I'm very passionate about teaching people how to trade. I love it when my students are making more money than me. They should be sending me commissions, but I'm okay with that. All right, everybody. Again, you could also call Rightline if you want at 786-732-4656. You're welcome, Dan. Like to see you in our room, but look, like I said, you're looking at $100 per month, basically $25 a week. You know, it's not a big investment for what you're getting. I think it's a great deal. I paid a lot more. So one last time, if you're interested or even remotely interested and you'd like to have a call back, go ahead and put your name and your phone number in the questions box. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay? I want to respect your time, and we have gone over. So again, I want to thank you for attending. Ruben Bradsky, you didn't put your phone number. Okay. And if you do come and if you do join us, I will do the best thing that I will do as whatever I can to help you become really efficient with the software. You know, a lot of people follow my trades, but I don't want them to do that. I want them to learn to trade on their own. Because God forbid what happens if something happens to me. You know, I mean, can happen. Anything can happen. I just lost a good friend Saturday night, got killed, 32 years old, drunk driver. You never know what could happen. So that's why it's important to me that you can trade without me on your own. But it's also nice to have a group of traders and be part of a trading room and a trading community to trade with, you know. So anyways, thank you again. I appreciate your time. Look forward to working with you. Rory's got some phone calls to make. And Tim is one of my traders in the room. Tim says, my endorsement, David is closer to Lou Holtz than Bobby Knight as a coach. This guy cracks me up. I'm closer to Lou Holtz than Bobby Knight. All right, well, we'll leave that. All right, Jose, I'll tell Rory to call you tomorrow. All right, Dan, everybody, thanks again. Appreciate your time. Hope you learned something. Hope to see you in the trade room. Have a good evening. Take care and God bless. Bye.